My name is Dr. P.C. Patel, Professor and Chief Soil Health Specialist at an Agriculture University in Parallel University and Mati Agromart Private Limited, Gujarat. So today, the topic on my YouTube is role of boron in crop production. Boron is vital to plant health due to its role in forming and strengthening cell wall. Low boron level lead to plant growth, overgrowth of fast-growing tissue and plant development. Boron should continuously be available for uptake by the roots and especially prior to flowering, as it is vital to the reproduction process. So, during the flowering stage, boron is required, and it is a continuous process. It should be available continuous to the plant, to the root, and it is vital, important in the reproduction process. It is absorbed by plant as undissociated boric acid, H3BO3. Boron and molybdenum are immobile in plant. So the deficiency symptom appear in young leaves or top leaves. Boron deficiency found in sandy soils, organic soil, and fine texture bed soil. Because in that soil, the boron has been laid down, so we are notice more in sandy soil or sandy loam soil. Advantage of using boron: increases crop yield, quality, and nutritional value, stabilizes pH in the soil, keep plant free of disease or pest infestation. Several factors can affect the amount of boron in your soil. So soil pH, high pH reduce the availability of boron. Low pH make more available of the boron. Leaching, free boric acid in the soil solution is subject to leaching in high rainfall location or irrigated area, particularly in sandy or sandy loam soil, organic matter, and dry condition. Too much water causes leaching, but excessively dry condition might also decrease boron ability because boron depends on water to distribute it. So boron is dissolved in water and then it is distributed to the plant parts. Then function of boron in plants. So flower production, anther formation, pollination, pollen germination, pollen tube growth. So it is used for the reproductive processes. Then seed setting is also important, fruit quality and shelf life, plant productivity. Lateral root development is also important. Root hair formation, nitrogen fixation, ion uptake. Then it is also important for cell wall and membrane structure integration and fluxes across the membrane, plasma level, bound enzymes, cell division and elongation. So it is also important for cell division and cell elongation. Then potassium transport toward leaf stomata, opening and closing of stomata. Potassium, then chlorophyll content, then photosynthesis. Phenolic and nitrogen metabolism, nucleic acid and IAA metabolism, plant respiration, sugar transport. So it is a function of the boron in different parts of the plant. So function of boron: new cell development in meristematic tissue, pollination, fruit, seed set. So it is required for the cell development. Translocation of sugars, starches, nitrogen and phosphorus, synthesis of protein and amino acid, nodule formation in legumes, regulation of carbohydrate metabolism. Boron take part with calcium in the structure of the cell wall. So boron and calcium is also important for the cell wall development. Then boron has direct effect on grain set. Boron is involved in cell extension and pollen tube growth, hence it is a direct effect on grain sac. A lack of boron can lead to restricted grain sac, with the cob having many missing kernels and a few large grains. So in wheat, foliar application of boron single or share with other micronutrient at different growth stage have been shown to be effective in efficient consumption of boron by wheat, and thus increase grain sitting and increase the grain yield. number of grain per spike, number of spikelet per spike, and 1000 grain weight. So when we are adding the poly application of boron alone or with the other micronutrient, then wheat production has been increased. Then why boron is essential to corn plant or maize plant? So recently, researchers made an important discovery. Boron play an integrated role in development and reproduction of corn plant. Boron deficiency was already known to cause plant to grow at slower rates and have shorter internodes, but scientists at the University of Missouri found that even tiny amounts of boron play a key role in plant development. When boron levels are too low, the plant stem cell disintegrates. Stem cells are the essential growing point that from every organ in the plant. If stem cells disintegrate, plant growth is stunted, drop, tassel fail to develop properly, and kernels do not set on the ear, thus reducing the crop yield. So maize crop has been declined if there is a deficiency of this boron in the soil. Then boron improve rice yield. So boron nutrition by either method improve the plant water relationship, total chlorophyll content, morphological and related traits in different rice production system. In addition to improvement in kernel yield, boron application also improve the kernel quality. So boron effect on grain formation process in rice, you can see here. Then boron deficiency. So boron deficiency first affect the cell wall or reproductive organ. However, with severe boron deficiency, stunted growth and death of growth tissue can be found because some crop make it difficult to visually see a boron deficiency. The best strategy for boron is to prevent deficiency with soil application of the micronutrient. While boron is an important nutrient on its own, it also has a positive impact on the uptake of potassium and phosphorus in many plants. So it is related with the potassium and phosphorus uptake because it has a synergistic effect. In short-term experiment, uptake of potassium and phosphorus were severely reduced under low boron condition. So boron can help the uptake of the potassium and phosphorus. Then boron deficiency symptoms. So impaired cell division, expansion in rapidly growing organs. Boron deficiency occur on young leaves of plant that cannot be mobilized. So boron deficiency you can observe in the young leaves or top leaves of the plant. In the case of severe B deficiency, slow growth and death of growing tissues are common. Inhibition of root elongation, the inability of flower to produce seed and fruit absorption is also common deficiency. Brown head and hollow stem of cauliflower, breakdown of tissue, sugar beet, turnip, potato, then fruit cracking, apple. So it is required if you want to better quality of the fruit, then we should have to apply the boron. So boric acid or boron powder. Then diagnosis of boron deficiency in wheat crop. So you can see here boron applied, then the panicle is good of the wheat. Here boron deficiency, you can see the growth of the panicles of the wheat. Then boron deficiency in rice, you can see here poor grain formation of the rice. So we are getting less grain yield of the rice. So here you can see the top leaves are turned into yellow due to deficiency of the boron. Then diagnosis of boron deficiency in barley. You can see, you can find the yellowing of the due to boron deficiency in barley. Then boron deficiency in corn or maize. So here the size of the corn cob is smaller as compared to the normal or optimum boron in the plant. Then boron deficiency in peanut or groundnut, you can see here there is a poor setting of the peanuts, and here you can see the growth is weak of the peanut. Then shoot and root growth of soybean and canola plant with low and adequate boron supply. So here you can see the sufficient B supply, here the deficient B supply. So boron deficiency commonly results in empty pollen grains, poor pollen vitality, and a reduced number of flower plant per plant. So it is important for the reproductive phase of the plant. So boron is required and it is continuously supplied to the plant for the cell growth and development. Then boron deficiency in cotton. Boron has been universally recognized as the most important micronutrient for cotton production. It is essential at all the stages of the plant growth and critically so during fruit development, especially with today's fast fruiting, yielding varieties. University research shows that as little as 1 pound of boron fertilizer can increase seed cotton yield by more than 500 pounds per acre. So there is a positive response of the boron in cotton crop. Then boron increases cotton yield. So you can see here when we are apply the boron, apply by broadcasting pound per acre, actual B per acre. Then you can see here control. Then we can get the higher production of the seed cotton yield pound per acre. Oh, here 2292 when there is a 1 pound boron. Then boron deficiency in cotton, you can see here the yellowing leaf of the top leaves of the cotton. Then boron deficiency in cowpea. Here you can see the yellowness of the cowpea leaves. Then boron deficiency in potato. Here you can see the yellowing and weak growth of the leaves. Then boron deficiency in tomato, you can see here the boron deficiency in tomato and the cracking of the fruits of the tomato, and we are not getting the higher price of the tomato. Then boron deficiency in cauliflower. Then boron deficiency in banana, you can see the stunted growth. Then boron deficiency in mango, you can see the cracking of the mango. So similarly, we are also observe the cracking of the citrus fruit due to deficiency of the boron. Also, we are observing the guava also. Then boron toxicity in citrus. So we can show typical symptoms due to more supply of the boron, particularly in a problematic soil or alkaline soil. Then boron deficiency in citrus, I told that there is cracking of the acyl lime due to boron deficiency. Then boron deficiency in lucerne alfalfa. So you can observe on the top leaves. Then alpha plant grow with deficient left. You can see here, whereas either adequate on right side. So better growth of the lucerne or alfalfa when we supply the boron fertilizer through borax or boric acid, or we can spray with the boric acid. So control measure of boron deficiency. So when we are carried out the soil analysis, then a boron content is less than 0.5 ppm, then we should have to apply 1 kg boron per hectare, that is 20% boron powder, 5 kg per hectare. Then medium 0.5 to 0.7, then we should have to use 0.3 kg boron per hectare, 20% boron powder, 1.5 kg per hectare soil application. So high 0.7 to 0.9 high boron, apply foliar spraying of 0.4% borax after neutralization with the lying on leaves on standing crop twice before and after flowering. Then sufficient 0.9 to 1.1 sufficient, no required to add boron fertilizer. So because there is a sufficient boron in its soil. So boron toxicity inhibit the formation of starch from sugar and affect the formation of B carbohydrate complexes. Boron toxicity symptoms usually are not the result of small amount of boron generally found in soil. However, some areas have boron in the water in high enough concentration to cause boron toxicity in plant. So it is more present in water irrigation water. So plant with too much boron initially display yellowing or browning of foliage, so we have seen earlier. Then boron toxicity in rice crop. So you can see yellowing of the tips of the rice. Then at present, I am doing the job at Siam Agri Clinic, Agri Laboratory, Bhavnagar, Gujarat, India. And my designation is a chief soil health specialist. So we have the ICP OES scientific instrument. So we are carried out the soil, water, and plant testing for nutrient as well as plant disease diagnosis, bacteria, fungi, and nematodes from soil and plant samples. Our other firm name is Mati Agromart Private Limited, Bhavnagar. So please contact our helpline number +91 6359595959. So you can see here Siam Agri Clinic and Agri Laboratory. So if you are liking my YouTube, then please subscribe to my channel. My YouTube link is at www.youtube.com/PATEL PC12 channel. So thank you very much. And if you have any problem related to soil fertility or low crop productivity or problematic soil, then please contact. So thank you very much.